I like and welcome one and all to the MSA Crusaders call. Voices strong, spirits bright, join us as we ignite. We're here to share, to inspire, to lift each other higher. With stories of strength, voices that shine, this is our journey, yours and mine. You're tuned into MSA Crusaders, where awareness begins, one story at a time.
Welcome to another episode of MSA Crusaders. Today we're here with MSA Mom and Dan, her husband,
and David. Hey, welcome, Dan and Andrea. How you doing?
Andrea, you can always call it MSA Mama too, because that's my TikTok page for her. Yeah.
Now, how did that name come about? By the way, I might have missed it, but how did that name MSA Mama come about?
I just made it up. We had talked about creating the page for a while, and I had a TikTok account that was just my name, and I'm like, man, I don't want to create something new, and I really didn't ever post anything on the account. I had 2 pictures of her on there anyways that I had ever posted, so I thought I'll just change the name, and I wanted it to be MSA related, and MSA Mama just kind of rolled off the tongue really well. That's what I went with.
I discovered quite by accident that MSA also means my story.
My story in anime. So if you go onto TikTok and search MSA, you get a bunch of. It was apparently some theme that you could do something and it would animate it. So it was called My Story in Anime, and that was MSA when you just try to look. So when you go to TikTok, and I was trying to find like similar people or whatever, right? Trying to kind of group with MSA. Well, that's My Story Anime.
So you two are in the Indianapolis area, similar to where I grew up.
From each other now, 2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours. Yeah. So apparently, someone that knows their time in Indiana.
Right.
2 hours. Yeah, we'll make it a plan too, because we come to Indianapolis all the time for medical and stuff, and so we're gonna get a hotel depending on the time of day and stuff. But yeah, it's not too far away.
That'd
be 3, yeah, or 4. It'd be Daisy, Sarah, and this fine couple here.
Oh yeah, and they say
you went and saw Daisy not too long ago in Texas, right? You all got together.
You came to see us.
Yeah, I was told to show up to their house, or else they were going to cancel my flight. I didn't have a choice. Dan got that, so I didn't have a choice. I had to go see Daisy and Sarah. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I had to.
I drove 4 hours, maybe.
Yeah, 4 hours.
And stood up to say hi. I'm telling you, it's the little things that get you.
Right. 3 boys, 4 come on. Yeah, she has 3 and I have 1.
Oh, speaking of you, the song go kick the ball in here.
That's right, yes. Those are my 2 oldest who were, one was filming and one was kicking with me, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Very good therapy.
I'm sorry?
Very good therapy.
Yeah.
They are good there, yeah. So those are the 2 older ones. They want to go into physical therapy, and the oldest now wants to go into neurophysical therapy. So,
I'm a test patient.
Yes, she's patient 0.
That's right.
How old is she?
They're all
22 is the oldest, and then Jack will be 20 in October. Then my son's 19, and then the youngest turns 18 on Thursday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday. We're celebrating Friday. Yeah, his birthday's Friday.
Yeah.
All boys all the time.
All boys all the time.
Sorry. Yeah, but my daughter is a 3rd-year nursing student locally at Purdue, and it is a great help having someone that knows the medical field in your house.
Right.
It definitely helps out.
Maybe who's the video of her kicking the ball?
No.
Yeah. We get her out. She's got beach ball. We'll kind of volleyball or soccer around a little bit to get her limbs moving. So that one of the most recent videos was we were in the side yard and the boys were throwing the ball at her while she was hitting it and kicking it back.
I did see I did see one of those videos. Yes.
I had the gate belt on and forgot. And went to go get the ball and almost knocked me down.
Yeah, I almost pulled her down on accident. Then the boys threw the ball and it went off to the side and I reached for it and I accidentally kind of yanked on it. Whoa. Right. Yeah. It's a good thing. That would have been a bad video.
Andrea had the same surgery. Gary.
Andrea what?
Did surgery and Gary shot with her.
Oh, the surgery. Andrea, I'm saying it wrong. It's not Andrea. Andrea.
Yeah.
The emphasis is on the and. Okay. Andrea, you had a surgery for one of the clinical trials?
I did. It was the GGNF surgery where they tunnel into your brain and put stuff into your putamen.
Yes.
Yep.
Or not. I will find out next year, August, if I was placebo or not.
Yes. The final, you find out a year after the final surgery, and we just found out the final person is having surgery next month.
Oh.
Oh, it's a year after the final surgery.
Yeah. So she had her surgery last July. Last June 13th. 11th. But yeah, we won't find out until next August. So.
So yeah, Daisy and I both went up there. So I mean, do you have any thoughts on it so far?
I mean, there's really no.
That's a smart answer. That's a very wise. Yeah.
That and
could be not. I don't know. I wouldn't do anything differently, I guess.
You kind of initially think you're improving, but it's really the recovery from the surgery, right? Because you've taken a big step back. So trying to remember, okay, well, a month and a half ago you were here, and now you're like, so yeah, we don't feel like there was anything noticeable, because what was initially noticeable was really just recovery from the surgery. So.
I think it's proper to have that attitude where you don't jump the gun and say things, not necessarily yourselves, but you probably know as well that Daisy and I, people will say, "Oh, I've had this symptom for 10 years or 20 years," or this has to them to say, and it doesn't. Their mind tricks them into thinking they actually have something that they don't. But I know I had my left shoulder completely replaced in February. There's a lot of metal in there that the TSA goes off now. So it took me a while. I'm still getting over those effects of the surgery. I'm back to my baseline. So it took about two months to completely get out of the anesthesia / pain medication and stuff, just to get back to my what I know is my baseline for MSA. Right. Yeah, so I completely understand not wanting to get too far ahead of it.
How long were you out?
Was that for David, or was that for David? How long was he out for surgery? For Andrea.
9 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she woke up with a big pancake face. It was all swollen. Her eyelids were big and puffy. It was rather interesting.
I did not know. I was just hungry, that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're on your face. Your face.
Yeah.
Because they go into the back of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's three positions they offer for. The first is the back, then the side, and the front. And I'm like, I can't have the front. It'd be so bad.
I don't even know that you got offered, did you?
No, but I didn't.
Well, no.
Right.
It's not offering. It's if you have complications like scar tissue from previous injury, not tumors, masses and stuff like that. Yeah,
I got you. Okay.
I figured I had the easy job. I needed to be asleep. I was concerned with the surgeon because they said it took place in an MRI suite, and I asked the surgeon, "Do you have to hunch down inside the MRI?" He said, "No, it's a big room. You're in like a drawer. They slide you back into the MRI to make sure their body room's not." But I just had a good long nap, that's all.
Yes. And woke up hungry.
It was not far enough to
Yeah, in hindsight, I mean, Andrea, that's you look very well for having gone through that surgery. No disrespect. You look very well for going through brain surgery with MSA.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It's hard to know so the way we described it was that they drill little holes and they put these little oil derricks on your head to hold the drills still. But you don't know if you're a placebo, they didn't actually do any surgery, they just made holes in your skull. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't take credit for it, but thanks.
And
Yeah.
you're headed to industrial Washington.
The MRI,
Yeah.
I've had several since then.
Yeah. Are you talking in reference to the surgery itself?
Actually.
After, oh.
Yeah, so they drill you, whether you're getting the placebo or not. They still drill your skull for
Right.
practice of the procedure. The procedure is FDA approved. The use of medication with the procedure is not. That's why it's experimental or clinical trial. But I heard from a few patients that said that that if you got the placebo, they were not going to drill your hole. No, they drill your brain, your skull, but they use saline fluid instead of GDNF virus. So yeah, so they're still going to get drilled no matter what.
Yeah,
I
'cause it's
imagine.
blind for the doctors as well, so they have to believe they're doing.
Yeah, I believe they were probably doing live X-rays during the drilling.
Right.
That's what they said. They use the MRI. They go in and out of the MRI for placement. They put her in to make sure the needle's going in the right spot.
Okay. Yeah, after like a lumbar puncture, or I'm sorry, a spinal tap, they use live X-rays to see real time going into the spine.
I just had one of those done on Friday. It was not.
Yeah, she just had one of those Friday in Nashville. It didn't go all that well.
It did ultimately, but it was harder than the first one.
Did you get a spinal tap or a
lumbar puncture?
Lumbar puncture.
Yes.
So you got an injection.
Withdrawal. The study visit. They draw fluid. Yeah, they draw fluid out.
Spinal tap then.
Spinal tap. Okay, yeah. So spinal tap.
Yeah.
Because they call it a lumbar puncture, which is a terrible.
Yeah.
Any procedure like that is the word puncture, and it is terrible. It's way too descriptive. I like Spinal Tap is funny, at least because of the movie. They call it Spinal Tap because it's more fun.
Yeah, but it's
I could tell you the most hysterical moment. So I'm a man of many surgeries in my life, including buried my back in a few places on lumbar 4 and 5. Years ago, they were doing a lumbar puncture. A spinal tap. They were withdrawing fluid, and because they didn't know what disease, I had this crazy random disease out of nowhere. It was called systemic. I remember what it was, but basically skin cells were failing in my whole body. Your whole body and organs are made of skin cells, different types of them. But anyway, they were doing a spinal tap, and on my side, laying on my side, I was still awake, but I was numb from the waist down. So I don't move, and they couldn't get the needle in the right position, because if they tap your spinal cord, it could be injurious, but it can also give you amnesia for a while. So their solution was to flip me on my other side and do it that way. Well, the doctors did not realize I was looking live at the live X-ray or live MRI in front of me and seeing the needle in real time going into my spine.
Oh.
And my eyes are like, like no, like in a horror movie. And I actually moved, even with the anesthesia, or what was for numb from the neck down. I moved. I have amnesia because I still have no idea how I got from point A to point B. So,
God.
I don't think they thought that one through when they flipped me over to the other side.
Right.
It was like watching Jaws all over again.
That's scary.
So you
should have plates. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have plates, right, Daisy?
Yeah.
How big? Like they say, like how big they are, how thick they are.
No.
No, not like the whole cranium, but a little piece. We're gonna have to get the X-rays of Daisy's brain so we can see her plates.
Right.
fun following.
I think
Like a
it's cool.
paintball, right?
I think it's awesome to show off like how much metal is in someone's body. You know, it's incredible.
That was a child.
That's okay. I love
This
it.
one,
That's the young one whose birthday is coming up. Yes.
Yeah, happy birthday! Yeah,
Yeah, we're waiting.
I heard they're gonna give you cash for this birthday. That's what I heard. Cash.
He said, he heard we're giving you cash.
Oh,
Yeah.
they call for
and a couple of beers, maybe. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yes. We won't talk about it on the podcast.
No. So, Andrea, you go to Vanderbilt for treatment for your MSA specifically?
Yes, and then as of the last week, I was able to transfer there for the research study as well. Instead of going all the way up to Irvine. It's much easier to get to.
Yeah, I think up here in Northwestern or University of Illinois, it used to be called Stroger, but it's not called Stroger anymore. It's something else. But there isn't. If you ever watched Battlestar Galactica, the hospital, the research center looks exactly like the Cylons and motherships. So when you come to Chicago downtown, you can't miss it.
Oh, that's funny.
But in the Midwest, you know, obviously Kentucky is really pushing the or Tennessee, Kentucky is pushing the Midwest, and the medical clinic is way up north. But the hospital in Chicago is really the best in the Midwest for clinical trials and research too.
Oh,
and the like mobility pole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can now get halfway up on that and not get out all the way out of bed.
Oh, the bed on the pole near our bed to help her get out of bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she 3 weeks ago, I go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4:30 in the morning, and I get home at 6, and I got a text on my way home that said, "Not an emergency, but I need your help." And she had slid out of bed, trying to use that pole to get up, and she slid out of bed. So she was just sitting on the floor, and she had texted me, "Come get me," basically.
Playing on my phone.
Yeah.
I was comfortable. I had my phone. I was fine. But yes, my arm strength isn't quite enough to get all the way up on seated anymore.
Yeah. So we also have a button that she can press that is my own voice telling me to wake up to help her. So if she's stuck and rolling over in bed or whatever. And another time I came home and I was making coffee and I heard the button, so I ran back there and she was halfway up. She was at a 45-degree angle and she'd kind of stuck, but she couldn't get to her phone to text me. So the best she could do was hit that button, and I ran back there and she was kind of at a 45 holding onto the pole. But
so these are not a good idea.
Yeah. I was gonna hold it up. So
Is that a Staples button?
yeah, and it's got to record. It's got to record so you can record whatever message. Right?
We ordered for the dogs. My son was gonna teach the dogs how to say like "let me out" or
Yeah.
something. But they didn't like teach them how to use them, so Dan repurposed them for me so I could be heard throughout the house calling for help. One of them says I'm in the bathroom, one of them says I'm in bed, and this one says come say goodnight.
Yeah, this is the mom's going to bed. Everybody come say goodnight button.
That's awesome.
It's really handy and they're pretty cheap too, I think.
I need one of those for my kids for the dishes and vacuuming the couches.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a 4-pack for like $10 or something.
So I can tell you have Apple devices.
Yeah.
Because it says you're on iOS. But anyway, if you get your iPhone or Samsung watches, you can have, if you were to fall, it will send out text messages or locations to your friends or loved ones. And also emergency buttons if you press it 5 times or however amount you want to do. It's also a good thought because I don't really, I understand what it is to slide out of bed. And let me tell you, it's even worse when you have a bad shoulder.
Right.
But even after I recovered, I've gotten such great weakness in my body now that it takes me 2-3 hours to get up in the morning just to get out of bed, which is crazy. So I completely understand what it is to slide out of bed.
This is her
Need somebody.
emergency button, her panic button that she keeps on her.
That's
So
nice.
yeah, forethought, right? Like she was kind
Yep.
of getting to that point where, because I still work, so it's like I don't really. I was getting to a point where I felt less comfortable with her being home, and so we got that button. So yeah, she wears that at all times if she's home.
Yeah. Yeah. I encourage you also to have that. Not that you ever take it off, but especially if you're taking medication. Because my kids and wife have been gone before, and I've taken medication, and I've been choking to death, just praying that I would cough it out my lung.
Oh
And
right.
yeah, and so now I only take my medication when somebody's home.
I
At a good
usually,
time.
95% of the time I give her pills. I'm with her.
That's smart.
I have a good idea.
Applesauce.
Apples?
Applesauce.
Applesauce. I love that. I
Applesauce.
love
Oh yeah.
applesauce. But yeah. See, it's weird because I can't mix medication and food. For me, my mouth singles the pills out no matter what. And I still
I
choke
actually
on
have
them.
trouble. Yeah, I have trouble too.
Yeah.
You're wrapping it in cheese like for the puppy.
Like for a dog.
Yeah. Peanut butter. Do you? You don't have to answer this, and I'll edit it out if it's too personal. Do you partake in the state's giving of money to take care of a loved one?
Well, we looked into it at one point, but I think at least the research we did, I think, was it financially we made too much money for that or something like that.
If you're on Medicaid.
Oh yeah, you had to be on Medicaid.
Right.
Which we're not.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think Daisy has both Medicaid and Medicare. I have Medicaid. My Medicare is going to start in under a year, I think. But yeah, if you have Medicaid through the state of Indiana, they passed a law to where your loved one or a friend that you choose can actually be paid to help take care of you on a daily basis or whatever. So
Right.
yeah, there's just something for since you're in Indiana as well. It's better to have somebody if possible, helping you out than having strangers sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
We should probably look into that again.
Yeah.
Because it was only, we looked into it right away, and the whole Medicare, it's
Right.
crazy to me that you have to wait 2 years after you get accepted
Yeah.
into Social Security retirement to even get Medicare. It was
Unless you
mind-blowing to
have
me.
unless you have ALS and I think dementia with Lewy bodies are the only two that get Medicare right away.
Yeah, I.
That brings up
Mm.
that brings up a recent idea that I had that's kind of off the wall. That's what most of my ideas are. So there are all these sort of obscure neurological diseases, and nobody knows the difference between them. So if we all sort of compete against each other, like the Neurolympics.
That's true.
TSP, Team A.
Team Huntington's.
Yeah, and just it'd be fun.
That doctor I spoke to in Indianapolis told me she's like there's 5 possibilities, and she named the 5, and one of those was a disease that has 88 subtypes.
My goodness.
And if you had a combination of 3 of those 88 subtypes, you would have the exact symptoms of MSA.
That's nutty.
Wow.
So when I told you before about that doctor in Indianapolis,
Right.
I came home, I Googled, I did research, I said, no way. I said,
That's
she's
crazy.
absolutely right. so for a while, I didn't know if I had that or MSA or what.
What is that?
Yeah. I'll have to get the name for you. I have one of my YouTube videos, but it's a motor neuron disease, a very long name, but it has 88 subtypes. If you have of those, well, it's kind of like Parkinson's. Parkinson's has like 90 something of the genomes of the DNA that they can trace. But if you have 3 of these 88 subtypes of this disease, you would have exactly the same MSA symptoms with no way to know the difference until postmortem.
Yeah.
Right.
I think when you're naming a disease, you should be required to name it something that someone with the disease can say easily. It'd be one of the requirements.
Oliopontocerebellar disease.
Right.
P or C?
Yeah, do you have MSA? Do you have the MSA P or C? P.
She's P, yeah.
There's a lot of people don't walk where they get in it. Walks where they fit. And then they uses the yeah, they don't know.
Um,
It's the yeah, kind of guys are
the gate belt.
Oh, the gate belt.
yeah.
I have a gate belt. I don't use it though.
Yeah, Andrea's got the gate belt. We really just use in the side yard if she's out walking.
It's for some reason. Have you guys tried this? Walking barefoot in the grass is way easier because it's like stimulating, I guess.
Yes.
Uneven surfaces are much easier than pavement and floors. So that's really,
I agree. I walk outside barefoot just for that reason. Tactile feedback.
yeah, it feels
Yeah.
cool.
But you'll stop doing it when you hit your toe so hard that you rip the skin completely off of it.
Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hit it so hard before because when we walking, we have leg drop, on a gate, and that toe will hit first, which is why when you put out shoes, you don't want something that has really sticky toe part. And man, I hit my toe so hard, a piece of it was missing. I put tape. I taped it and super glued it back together again. Oh, it was horrible.
yeah.
I don't
I
want.
don't know that Andrea moves any part of her body fast enough to hit and hurt herself unless she's asleep. When she dreams, her movements
Yeah.
are very fast. She still wails her arms and she kicks under the covers, and it's really fast. It's almost kind of natural speed from what I can recall.
So a typical wife is what you're saying.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as a typical wife.
Punching and slapping.
yeah, and kicking.
Bitch.
But you guys are twinsies.
Yes.
Oh, we are. This
Well,
is small.
Daisy gets up and runs from what she told me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Good for you.
I've only done that like twice, and thankfully it was in my bed still on my side, so we're okay.
Daisy does the water therapy, right?
Yeah. I love the water anymore.
It helps out though. You started walking a little bit by yourself, right? Recently.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to run a marathon. I'm not either, but I mean, you told me before you walked a few steps. She walked a few steps out of the water, which is fantastic.
Boy, water was a bad one for Andrea. We assumed we'd go to a pool and she could walk in the pool.
No.
Well, it was the reverse effect. Yeah, she got out and she felt like she was 1,000,000 pounds and she couldn't walk. It was so weird. Like we've learned so much. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have been through the same. But you think like, oh, this is a good idea, and then it's a total backfire. That was definitely one of them.
You follow Facebook. Did you follow Facebook?
Follow on Facebook?
Oh, do you follow us on Facebook? Is that what you said?
Over
I'm on your Facebook.
the water.
Put her face in the water.
Wait.
That's what I'm hearing.
This session is sponsored by
Yeah. I'm in game show mode. I know I get a prize if I get the right sentence here.
Well, that's right.
Well, since I must say, I've been on with my family, I think 4 or 5 cruises. On top of it, we just got back from Jamaica, but I can tell you, walking in the water on beaches is something it has to be like clear water or Miami, like very, very flat water. So I describe my walking normally with my knees forward and my body, my legs are much more farther forward. I describe walking in MSA as walking in water on a beach, like up to your knees. So when I with MSA am walking through water on a beach, it gets even worse. But I've learned through the cruises we've done, all the excursions and stuff, that if it's not perfectly smooth, you are going to trip and fall every single step in the water with MSA. I mean, we had some floating chairs with a cabana, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna hang on to the floating chair, right? And I'm gonna swim. I couldn't put my feet back down to the ground with MSA. So my feet are hanging up on the other side of the water. I'm hanging on for dear life. And I'm asking my mom or my wife to come over and help me get my feet down. I'm like, get your feet down. I'm like, pull my feet to the ground, or I'm going to go off to the ocean,
So
especially in the Caribbean.
we had a similar situation when we went to California, and we thought we'll go down to the pool and swim. And me, not sure, in my head, I'm thinking, well, she can't move fast enough to swim, so surely I'm gonna have to kind of support her. Well, she got in the water, and she was just essentially, her plan was to doggy paddle, and I had my hand kind of at her belly button to thinking I'm holding her up. Well, I lifted the back end up. So like you mentioned, David, her legs came up and she was starting to panic because her face was going down in the water and she couldn't get her legs to come down. So I put her legs down and I was like, okay, failed experiment. And then she doggy paddled back and forth a couple times all by herself just fine. So it was just.
Yeah, I've lost the ability to doggy paddle at all. So that's I can do big broad movements, but if I had to save my life,
she recently got a tricycle, and I told her honestly, I would never tell her before we try something that you're not going to be able to do it. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, there's no way. Like it's slow movements. She got on that thing, and we do laps around the neighborhood, which is small. It's probably 0.2 miles, maybe the little lap we do. But she does just fine. We've done 2 laps. One time we did 2 laps, but I told her, I said, I honestly anticipated the plan was if you can ride it, great. If not, we'll disassemble the pedals so that you can sit and walk.
Yeah.
Right. Just for the movement. So I was fully expecting that this is going to be a failed venture and I'm going to have to, disassemble it. But she got right on it, and the more she does it, the better she gets, which is great.
Yes.
It's actually mostly tiring on my arms. Because my head is giant, so my head leans me forward, as you all know how that feels. Like a regular sized head. But, so they bungee cord me to the basket in the back of the tricycle.
With the gate, we put the gate belt around her chest and bungee cord the back of it.
Bungee cord.
Keep her vertical, yeah.
It is virtual reality.
Virtual reality.
Yeah, she still does that, not near as often, and it doesn't seem to have the same effect as it once did. But
it does a little bit, but I don't do it standing up now. But one time on the video, I was standing, and I think it was engaging all of my quadrants, so it was more helpful. Now it tires me out so much to do anything else a little bit, and I just have to be careful. If I get somehow to suspend myself from the ceiling, so I could just freely move around, that would be better. But I don't want to fall over, so I'm more cautious than I was early on.
yeah.
Early on, you were foolish like me.
Right, we all are, right?
Like I was going to say, if you can make it to the backyard, falling on soft dirt isn't really that bad,
That's true, but we do have 2 dogs, and I don't want to fall on anything.
Yeah, the side yard's a better bet.
Yeah, that's right.
How do you say well,
Say that one more time. I'm off the next few weeks. I was injured in
Vietnam.
Damn it, Daisy, I'm not that old. Stop it. I will say, no, she's going to text it to me. No, I've not been to Vietnam. Not yet. But I will say, I just came back from Jamaica, but last year in Jamaica, I burnt my skin completely off my feet.
Oh no!
Because I was walking on the concrete and had no idea how hot it was because we lose our sense of heat before cold, way before cold. The only way I knew the concrete was hot when my skin was falling off my feet.
Oh,
so I even had another video where I had mouth. Check this out. My last video I just put on YouTube. I had just last week in the 90s mowing the grass because I need to lose weight, and so I sweat and I walk the lawnmower. It's so propelled. I had mild hypothermia on a 92-degree day.
That's a neat trick.
Because your autonomic system, the cooling method kicks in. If it doesn't stop in time, it keeps cooling. It keeps your pores open. It keeps cooling you down. and I literally had mild hypothermia in
Wow.
July. So there's so many more things you have to worry about
Right.
because cold, the MSA, we sense cold much faster than we sense heat. So if you ever, please don't do it. If you ever touch dry ice, you feel it instantly. But you touch a stove or burning concrete, it takes a second to register to your body. So, as if there's nothing else we have to worry about. Now it's the heat and the cold.
Thanks, David. I don't have to worry about now.
Hey, it was hard to walk for the next couple of months. I mean,
I'm sure.
I'm an idiot. I was trying to walk in salt water on the beach with open flesh. So, yeah, it was horrible. But
Daisy took a sip of water a few minutes ago without using a straw, and I'm jealous.
yeah, no, don't be jealous.
The last time we went out to dinner, I tried to drink out of a wine glass. I felt like Joan Cusack's character in 16 Candles, you know?
Oh, right.
I couldn't get my head back far enough, so we kind of...
Yeah, that's true. I started to have that issue too. But you can't put your head back far enough.
Yeah.
That was
so
a long
stiff.
time ago. Yeah, she just lost the ability to tip the glass in her head back.
Well, you're telling me a woman has lost the ability to tip a wine glass? Dana, you're telling me that?
Yes, she doesn't drink anymore.
Very often.
But the other night in Nashville, her reward for having to fast was she wanted a beverage, and half a gin and tonic about made her fall off the
Beverage.
table. Yeah.
I kept telling him I'm falling. He goes, "No, you're not. You're sitting up straight." I feel like I'm falling. He said, "No, you're not." Okay.
Yeah, I had a shot of rum in on the cruise ship a couple weeks ago. One shot. I could drink clear vodka like nothing, like water, because the part of our brain intoxication is MSAC, the cerebellum part. So when you have damage to that part of your body, you don't know this. That's why we walk drunk, sound drunk, and otherwise pure drunk. It's affecting that part of the body. And anytime I drink dark liquor, I forgot about rum. And the moment I took one drink of dark liquor, I had the worst MSA in the world. I couldn't get up, couldn't move, couldn't talk. It was horrible. So Tito's were okay. Rum and tequila, don't mess with.
So I drink wine. I lose all mobility, and then that's to carry me places.
Yes.
It's kind of fun, actually. I don't hate it.
She did that last year when we were in California for the visit, and she had 2 glasses of wine. And when we were done, and I pulled her chair back, and then she looked at me and said, "You have to do everything. I can't do it. I can't do anything. You have to do it all." So I had to pick her up out of the chair. Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe a Segway would help.
Oh.
You ever seen a Segway?
Yeah.
The auto balancing things that cops use.
It goes whatever direction you lean, right? I think I go out.
I can imagine that in the mall. Okay, we're gonna forget about the Segway, I guess. Well,
one of those good in theory, yeah.
They have luggage that has battery power, and you ride the luggage, right? How about that?
Do that.
I just need to get her a powered chair that I have the remote control to.
I had a power chair in California for one of my son's volleyball tournaments. And it was great. All you had to do to make it stop was to let go of the
joystick, and she couldn't.
I couldn't remember to do that. If we were in a crowd, I'd get a panic and I just couldn't let go. So
they're tough, yeah.
People around here to drive it.
Yeah, I basically ended up walking next to her and driving it the whole time. So.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my son cruising by, coming over for dinner.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I think Daisy has a joystick.
Yeah, Andrea can't let go. She'll push it forward, and then when she wants to stop, she can't. Oh,
that's not good. Right. Oh my god. I can imagine that one. I think she said hers only stops at the alcohol stores, the liquor stores.
What's your favorite drink?
Hey, it's not that bad. I mean, think about this. I was in Atlanta, and we were walking. No, it's probably Miami, and driving in front of us was a fully autonomous wheelchair, empty,
What?
going through
Really?
Miami Airport, fully autonomous. It said not in use. It was a wheelchair driving itself to the airport.
What is that?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's just
so
fun
there
with
are
those.
there are some big changes coming to airports.
Yeah.
So Daisy,
So I could just get one of those chairs and type in the address to her doctor's and say, see you in a few hours.
It's a long drive. It's gonna be like those DoorDash or Uber little robots that you tipping over and stuff. I like the idea, Dan. I like the
Yeah.
idea.
I think
We
we
got
got
about 6
something
hours
here.
until the wife gets
Daisy,
home.
we need to separate these two.
Me and David may need separated.
Uh,
No. We need to collaborate on this, Dan.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
6 hours, we get a good 3 bottles of liquor.
Yeah.
idiot. I'm certified.
You
Certified too.
You're going to be in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble. I'm always in trouble.
It's true.
Yeah. What's that?
that place was the University of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
There are many universities of Illinois, but University of Chicago Medicine as the research center for Parkinson's and MSA.
Oh, okay.
You interviewed her twice.
Yes.
I should ask if I did.
What's it called? Trades? Where it's going to be 2 words,
It sounds
three
like.
syllables.
Yeah.
Quack. There is actually a whiteboard feature on here that we can draw, but I'm not sure people with Parkinson's plus diseases drawing would be any better than speaking. So
Why do they call it Parkinson's Plus? It makes it sound like they have extra channels. I don't like that name either. I have
Parkinson's plus means it's the deadly type.
right, well, but it's a misnomer. It sounds like it's better.
Yeah, my Walmart Plus membership.
Exactly right.
Free delivery of my meds.
We paid extra for this.
Yeah, I don't understand. Walmart will deliver your prescriptions, but not the narcotics or controlled substances. So why? I still have to go to Walmart. If you're going to deliver medication, right? If you're going to deliver as a company medication, Amazon will do it, but not Walmart. Like, really?
That's interesting.
Yeah. As long as I have my hydrocodone, I'm okay. It's okay. I will come to you for payment. Because David Knox, I'll tell you, you're probably proud of me, but I'm disappointed that I took my first wheelchair ride to Jamaica for the first time. Once to the cruise ship and once in Jamaica, and I forgot how long Jamaica's airport was. How long? Like not like the distance, but just, it's a long airport.
Oh, really?
This is a manual.
And
It was a manual wheelchair.
Manual wheelchair?
they push us though.
Oh, okay.
It was all fine. You know, it's the wheelchairs that have the squeeze handles to stop you.
Oh, right.
It was all fine until they said, "Yes, Mrs. Knox, you can push your husband." It was all fine to that point. You know,
And that was right when it was a downhill, right?
We got to the luggage carrier, and she like, she don't know, but she like goes like I crashed into a wall or something. It was all so hysterical. I'm like, you know what? I'll walk the rest of the way.
Our only agreement with the wheelchair when he's pushing me is that he has to tell me before he does a wheelie.
Yeah, I have to announce wheelies. I can't. If I wheelie, because it makes sense to me, because I got to go over a big crack or up a curve.
Yeah,
It scares the life out of her, so I gotta warn her.
you know what's funny? You speak about that. I'm 45, I think. I don't think I'm 46 yet. I'm 45. I got this at 41, and every time I go to stores, malls, cruises, whatever, I complain about the distance. These gaps in the floors, the trim or whatever.
Right.
I trip on it, and at 45 years old, I turn around and say, that's not ADA compliant.
Right.
I'm like, that's the type of person I've turned into. Now I'm complaining about all
Need
the
a special stamp that you just stamp these things.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you need.
because ADA compliance is like 3/4 of an inch or one and three quarters.
You get like a ticket pad and just write people citations.
It should. Well,
Please.
I know a guy who sues every company he can if they're not ADA compliant. He goes to places on purpose to prove a point. So,
Now that, yeah.
But the bad part is it's basically extortion. He says, "Give me 10,000 now, and I won't sue you." And 10,000 is actually a good deal for a company to pay out rather than go to court and automatically losing. So, yeah.
That's been cool.
I think we have a nice little company, the MSA Crusaders suing squad, not suicide squad, but suing squad.
Right.
What you got, Daisy? I think she was saying how handsome we were. That's what I think.
I felt like that's what I heard too.
Because normally she should be typing pretty quickly. So what's next? So you got the GDNF AAV2 clinical trial. You won't know for a better part of a year or something if you're even part of it. What are you doing in the meantime are you looking for other avenues of treatments or therapies, or are you just waiting for a clinical trial?
Just kind of trying to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm actually not on very many medications either, which is kind of cool, I think, at this point. If I were really the sum of my parts, I would be super healthy. Like, my eyes are great, my teeth are good, my skin is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with my brain, so that's kind of nice. But I think just all these people around me are keeping me going.
She started doing Tai Chi recently too, just
Tai Chi.
movement. And, yeah.
I was going to say, you don't have to brag, Andrea.
You could have a glass.
Yeah, you have to keep moving, and I've had to shoulder replace the third operation because I refuse to stop. I'm willing to break a few things. So
is that your pitching arm, David?
Is that my what?
Is that your pitching arm?
Your pitching arm.
I'm a righty, but that one's torn too. So
oh my,
this one was torn so bad that I couldn't move anything. It's torn twice as wide and twice as long as this one. So this one, as long as it stays put, I'm okay. But I've been compensating so long now, so many months since end of February with my right shoulder that I've got to get the shorter rest, or it's going to get bad pretty soon. So, but I've had everything else. I mean, if you could take a total shoulder replacement, MSA is nothing. Let me tell you, even brain surgery. Like if you could take a major surgery, you break something. MSA does not seem so scary. I feel bad. I feel bad for people that, and this is going to sound very twisted, and I don't mean it that way, but I feel bad for people with MSA who have not had loss and pain and death in their life. Because with MSA, they're not prepared for anything. They're walking into a wall. Someone like me that's had 10 major, not little things, 10 major surgeries, and on top of being just a sick child my entire life, like my dad having been sick and dying for 14 years, like I'm prepared for. I laugh at this stuff like it's nothing, but I feel really bad for people who have not, unfortunately, experienced anything like that because they have nothing but they have to rely on what other people say, and hope it helps. So, unfortunately, more pain, more gain.
I have a therapist that I talk to every few weeks to kind of help me not be a complete horse's patoot as I'm doing all this stuff. And I think their tools for dealing with it. It's a lot to deal with, but if you do deal with it and you look for the fun part in it, it's pretty stinking hilarious. The stuff that stops working.
And the lack of pain is a big positive.
That's surprising. Pain will show up. There's like 6 different types of pain for MSA. So God bless you trying to figure out the medication, because the first thing they put you on are nerve and anti-nerve pain, which we have like ALS, pain of our muscles atrophy. We have nerve pain, idiopathic pain. I mean, we have so many types of pain that they'll start revolving medications, trying to figure out what it is. And finally, they'll start throwing a bunch of narcotics at you. So, yeah, pain hurts. I will say, of all the surgeries and things that I've had in my life, last night I was attacked by the pain goblins. They were attacking my ankle and leg. Just the pain was like being electrocuted. And that's just a shocking pain. Like that's not even the muscle pain, right? The muscle pain of you not using your muscles anymore because we're getting weak. That pain is always there, and it only gets worse. So, hence the Tito's remarks, the vodka.
Right.
I will say again for my fellow Tito's people, just a little bit of alcohol for me slows MSA down to where it's bearable. Like Andrea mentioned, like I said, stimulus, being around people, doing extra things, talking too much or working too much, wears us down. Or if I like at nighttime or during, at some point, if I'm on a cruise ship or a vacation, I'll take a drink and I will be able to walk much better, talk a little better because it's slowing me down to where.
Are you sure about that, or do you just think that you're walking a dog?
Right.
Oh no! I'm telling you. Oh, I thought you said you text me. I looked down. I was disappointed, Daisy. I'm going to choke you. No, just kidding. I will say I'm going back next Friday for stem cells back in Mexico again. They were so successful until my surgery for my shoulder, which wiped me out. Matter of fact, my cognitive decline apexed and got better after stem cells. On top of the only thing it did not help was my my voice and my speaking and my swallowing, but my walking, blood pressure, dizziness, blacking out, pain, stuff like that, almost went away.
Like you have all the symptoms, David.
Well, yeah.
I have a list. My next video on YouTube, my YouTube channel, I have a timeline, and so far I'm up to like 48 official diagnoses.
So this is what our next idea is: the neuro scouts. You should get a badge. You should get a badge for every one of those diagnoses.
Daisy,
badges, yeah.
Daisy, we are officially changing our name from the MSA Crusaders to the Neuro Scouts. That is awesome. We're gonna have a badge for every. Think about that. How many badges do you have, Andrea? I have 48. You know.
Yeah.
They're making this, like football players have stickers for
good plays. Yeah, I told her we're gonna get her a fall helmet and start giving her stickers for all the good things.
In college football, they have stickers for good plays. Yeah. Well, us being IU Hoosiers, we don't have any good football college players, so.
Well, that's changing. It's changing. Yeah.
Notre Dame is just coming back. They took a 30-year hiatus from being good, and now they're back.
30 years ago.
Yeah, in the 80s and 90s, they were good, especially in the 90s. And after the 90s, they were like, we're going to suck for a while. Just see you later.
Right.
She's using a stylus. I got your pen.
What is the contraption right up here?
It's a microphone. Yeah.
I think Daisy says she's tired and she loves you and she can't wait to talk to you again on a different day.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm drooling and snoring, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Daisy is doing her taxes on her phone or she's actually trying to text us. Because she's been on that phone way too long.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What was you going to say, Daisy? We can get these two knuckleheads off of here. They have a birthday to celebrate. Tito's? Absolutely.
Right.
See, it's clear. Look, it's clear. It's clear.
Sure.
Watch your face. Watch your face, right? This is how you know it's Tito's.
Right. He does with a
See?
splash of thickening agent. Yep.
You know what?
He's supposed to
Isn't that just a margarita?
Yeah.
Like, what?
You don't like vodka?
It's alright.
It's
We can't be
alright.
friends.
Okay.
All right. Well, Daisy,
Okay.
do you have any last comments before we skedaddle?
And
And I heavily redact and edit this podcast.
yeah, this is it. And today that was right. And my album cut right.
Your album, yeah, we're looking forward to hearing it.
You guys understood that? What type of
Yeah, I heard album.
what type of
David, this
iPhone do you
this
have?
goes back to hearing one or two words and putting the sentence together.
I actually do better when I can see your mouth, Daisy, because I can read
That's
your lips a
true.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's hiding.
she hides her. She hides her.
Album next
your
week?
album is it next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, that's what I said, stupid. That wasn't very nice.
Howdy ho, neighbor. We're like Daisy. What's that show? The guy on the fence.
Oh, yeah. Tim, Toolman Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim the Toolman Taylor. Yeah. All right, Daisy. Yeah, so she and Carrie Carpenter have a very special album that they're releasing with songs with their own lyrics, which I hear is wonderful. I have not been given a pre-release because I'm not special enough, so I can't say.
Carrie, you said Carrie Carpenter?
Yeah.
Is that
Yes.
Carrie Busby Carpenter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. She's one of the MSA patients on TikTok that follows us, and we've chatted.
Carrie and Sarah are part of the squad members for us, the Neuro Scouts. And if you want to know who the Master Scout is, that would be Sarah, because she literally has every badge in the world. So.
Oh wow.
But she has a really strong voice, right?
Oh yeah. Me man, you woman. Daisy's gonna slap me after this episode.
Right. She already has a few times. I've seen it.
Well, I would know that she would definitely say something. So I'm gonna see if she has the words, the strings for it. Otherwise, I will have to officially take over. And I know Daisy does not want to lose her streak of saying this. She is doing her taxes. She has to be.
Yeah.
But those are supposed to be done a couple months ago. Maybe she's putting it into a translator. Is that what you're doing, Daisy?
Remember, we're all MSI Crusaders.
Nice. Exactly. Finish.
Remember,
Strong.
yes, remember.
MSI Crusaders.
We're all Neuro Scouts.
Neuro Scouts. Neuro Scouts Unite or something?
All MSI Crusaders.
Now, how do you emphasize we're all? Is that automatic, or did you emphasize we're all on purpose?
It's a button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. Dig out.
Remember, we're all MSI Crusaders.
I'm going to have that voice in my head now for the rest of the week. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's moments like these where we have trouble. My stuttering, her speech. I mean, Andrea's like the perfect child for him to say it. Apparently, she talks and looks very well. So
you're getting me blushing.
Yes, whoever said perfect wasn't possible was wrong.
Absolutely.
Oh,
that's too lovey-dovey. Wait.
oh, sorry.
She said, "Is that a beer or Coca-Cola in the background?"
Where?
I heard that can
that
open.
was the dog drinking. The dog drinking out of the dog water. Yeah.
The dog drinking Coors Light.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can stitch these together like we're talking like real people. You know.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
You have my permission to tell
Warriors of awareness.
Yeah.
Warrior
awareness.
Awareness.
I believe the first one was we're all
Warriors of awareness.
Warriors
of awareness.
It's your band, right? Your album.
Warrior self-awareness.
Warriors of Awareness.
Or Warriors of Awareness. Yeah. Okay.
She's like,
I know.
you see,
I get
you,
that look said, "Are you stupid?" Yeah. I get that one all the time.
look at this video when it comes out. Watch those eyes. I pray for you, Dan. I pray for you.
I need it. I appreciate it.
It's okay.
And stick around this minute.
Same thing with Andrea.
You're a nurse here. I was going to buy one of those the other day. My kids were telling me to buy one.
Grab her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrea has one.
Yeah, I haven't really dropped too much since in the beginning of this, I dropped a lot, but not. Once you learn to like things you should not
Andrea
grab
can't
onto.
let go.
Let go of anything.
Andrea can't let go of things.
Wow, that explains the lovey-dovey part.
My
Never gonna let you go.
My grabber is for when he put me toward people when I'm in the wheelchair. He puts me toward the corner and he's talking to people behind me.
Yeah.
And I can't see what's going on.
I'll start talking to someone and I don't realize I've faced her against the wall and I'm having a conversation and she's trying to wave at me. Can I see what's going on?
I'm a person too, Dan.
Yes.
You can talk to me. That's horrible. But you're talking to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go see.
Album.
Something about her album, yeah.
All proceeds.
All proceeds?
Of the CD.
Yeah.
Ah, we're good there.
Okay. Yeah.
So all proceeds of the album that Daisy Page and Carrie Carpenter are releasing next week will go to Mission MSA.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey. Well, I knew half of that by default.
Very
So
cool.
Daisy would definitely say, remember, we are all MSA Crusaders and warriors at the same time. So yeah, MSA awareness. Pray for me on this edit. It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
You have my permission to just fill in whatever words you think I should have said.
Yeah. Shape it however you'd like, right?
I'm going to make your mouths move when you're not supposed to. We're going to make this one fun. I have some time. So it's been a pleasure. We'll end it there.
As we close another chapter, remember you're a factor. In this fight, we're not alone. Together we have grown. With every voice that speaks its truth, we shine a light, we're living proof. Remember, we're all MSA Crusaders, and together we can make a difference.